Hey everyone, welcome back. This is All Effed Up. And without wasting any time today, let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back again. This is my anxiety podcast. We talk about real feelings of anxiety, depression, dealing with it every day, but still finding the strength to not let it bring you down or hold you back in life. I have my daily struggles, and some days can be worse than others to the point where I can't eat or, I just can't really function because I carry anxiety or stress on such a deep level that it will actually affect my appetite or mood or make me have a short fuse. And then I realize I need to walk away or take a minute for myself. I don't want to flip out on my kids or anyone else over something stupid, because then it has the potential to turn into a fight or cause even more stress on a situation that could have easily been avoided had I just taken a minute for myself. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. We deal with some sort of stress from our work life or life in general, and we'll carry it around and we'll chance blowing up at someone, or in my case, you're just in a shit mood all day. So it becomes a choice. Do we hold on to this feeling all day, or do we find some way to release it and release the power it can have over us? So, it's up to us, because unfortunately, in most cases, for most people, you know, um, no one's coming to save your day. No one's coming to turn your day around. It's just not realistic. And, with everything that's going on, we struggle with that too. We want someone to come save us and make our day better. We want someone to turn our financial situation around or whatever our troubles may be. And we just get into a situation where we feel like we're backed into a corner and we'll be dealing with something, and we'll surrender to it. And, in my case, I have my days where I can't break the feeling that I have on myself, and I'll retreat into myself, or I'll retreat to a closed room to avoid people because I think I'm on the verge of a panic attack. And, obviously I don't want that to happen. I've been fortunate in that aspect, though, where I haven't really dealt with a lot of panic attacks, but I've also been fearful that I could very well be on my way to a big one, because of the way I feel, how my anxiety and my stress and everything else affects me. It feels like I've been carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, particularly in the last 7 years or so. Pretty much ever since I moved back from out west, I went from kind of this carefree life where, I didn't have to worry about too much. I worked and I paid my bills and all those things. And then I came home and I got into a situation I didn't want to be in. And I just feel like my life more or less spun out of control. I didn't really have any control over it. It was just this, I don't know, this feeling just came out of nowhere, and it's just been kind of an overpowering feeling for longer than I care to admit, and I'm just kind of tired of dealing with it. So that's why I'm making the choice to take the steps that I can to kind of ease that stress on me or ease that anxiety. And yeah, it's a difficult, uphill battle, but I'm still going to try and, try to do something about it. One little thing, or one little exercise that my wife has actually recently kind of, recommend that I do every day, or try to do every day, is just list 3 things that you are grateful for. They can be from anything, just to say, hey, I woke up again today. There's always the chance that you might not one day. But, my last the last time she asked me, I think I said, I woke up, I got to spend the day with my kids, and I got the news that my son was all healed up from a situation that he had to endure last spring, which, in my opinion, someone still needs to pay for, but we won't get into that. And it's just, one of those exercises can kind of make all the difference in your day, or just kind of take your mind off of things and just kind of remind you for the things that you need to be grateful for, because you just never know when things can take a complete 180 and your day just is fucked. Where, you could, like, I know we've all been in this situation. We could be driving to work or driving home from work and you get a fucking flat tire. And especially driving home from work in the goddamn winter or anything like that, that's the worst time that shit can happen. And then all you can think about is, why is this fucking happening to me? And it's really hard to get away from that kind of mode of thinking. But I think if we just, kind of sit back and think of, three or even one good thing that we're grateful for that day, it can really kind of just, like I said, just remind you of it's the little things in life that we need to be grateful for. I'll be grateful, especially when the fucking weather breaks and I can go outside and it'll be warm outside. I am so looking forward to that. I am so sick of the cold and the dreary rainy days. I know it's, we're coming up on April here, where it's kind of the expected weather of the time, where it's going to be fucking rainy and shit all the time because the weather's switching over, and then we'll get to that point where it's 70 degrees out and then all of a sudden it's 90 degrees out, which, bring it on. I cannot wait until it is fucking just hotter and shit outside, because I will take that any time over the nasty cold where you're trapped inside and you're getting depressed because you're trapped inside. And, like I said, just being grateful for little things like that can make all the difference in the world. And it all just comes back to that choice. Do we make the choice to surrender to our anxieties or our stress or our depressing feelings, or do we make the choice to try at least to rise above them, to, take just take stock of the good things that we have going for ourselves, because there's a lot of people in worse situations, especially these days. And, you just have to remember, it all comes back to, no one is going to do it for us. No one's going to come and, just make everything all better, because unfortunately that's not how it works. Even though a lot of people out there think it is, for some reason, they have this, I don't know, this sense of entitlement, or they've just been kind of raised that way or whatever. But the sad truth is, no one's come to save the day. No one's going to come and just make everything that is stressful about your life go away, because it's just not going to happen, as much as we wish it would. But that is just not the case. It's kind of it's unhealthy to think that way, for sure. You don't want to just assume that someone's going to come and make everything all better for you or anything like that. So we have to make the choice. Do I back down and give up, or do I at least try to push forward and make it a little bit better, even if it's only a little bit? Because a little bit can make all the difference. And, from someone that's, been dealing with all this kind of stuff far longer than I guess I realized before I started doing this, I can remember being a kid and, second guessing choices and different things like that. But I also had kind of some childhood trauma that kind of attributed to that, thanks to someone. But that's neither here nor there. But as an adult, we have to at least try. We can't, just give up on life, even though that sometimes seems like the easier choice. Trust me, I know, where I've definitely had those times where I just wanted to say, fuck it, I'm done. I'm just going to curl up in this ball and just kind of let life pass me by. And that's definitely not an option these days, now that I'm a dad, because I can't let my life pass me by. I have a responsibility now, and that's how it's got to be. I have to be there for my kids. I have to do what I can to make sure they're fed and clothed and, show them that they're loved and everything else. But anyways, going back to, I want to revisit the making the choice of it all. We all at some point in our lives, we know in the back of our head, or we just know deep within ourselves that we are meant for more. And we prevent ourselves from making that choice to pursue something more than what's offered, for a typical career or anything like that, because we have this, we have the anxiety, and we have, just all those feelings holding us back, preventing us from pursuing anything outside of the norm. And, we, if you're like me, we've cruised through life knowing that we're meant for more, knowing that there is better out there than what can be offered, for someone who wants to just go to college and have a regular 9 to 5 job or anything like that. For me, the example is ever since I can remember, having a fucking cold, it's fucking killing me. But anyways, ever since I can remember, you could be driving down the road, listening to music, screaming your favorite songs and all that stuff. And I would get this shudder, like, this tingle down the back of my neck and everything. And I knew what that was. It was the realization that I should have pursued something in music, because it kind of gives you this overjoyed feeling. I picture myself, standing in front of a crowd, singing a song, they're singing back. And I didn't go after that because my anxieties wouldn't let me. My fears held me back. They prevented me from really trying for that dream. And, as it is, I'm 36 now, so I don't really have the time to commit to that particular dream. But, I look at it from different angles now. I just take the time that I have, and so I'm pursuing this. This is a dream I kind of had, this outside the norm where, I'm in control. No one can hire me or fire me or anything like that. This is mine. And, I just want to kind of pursue something that's not something that everyone does. And it's just my dream, and I'm not going to let my anxieties hold me back. I'm taking the baby steps to overcome those little voices in my head that tell me you can't do it. It's not going to do anything for you or anything like that. Where I just have to move past those thoughts, move past those voices, and just like I said, you take those little steps that slowly works towards something, because in your soul that you are meant for more. If you do the 9 to 5 thing and you are perfectly happy, well, awesome. I'm happy for you. That's just something, I guess, that I was not meant to do. I'll do it as long as I need to, because I'm a responsible person and I'm not going to let my kids go hungry or anything. And it's just, you're not going to let those things hold you back anymore, is basically what I'm getting at. You're going to push for something, because, we don't live forever, and we can't let these anxieties and different things just conquer every aspect of our life. And even more so, we can't let the anxiety of what other people think hold us back either, because that's been a huge crippler for me in my life. Is I'm constantly worried what other people are thinking about me, but I'm to a point where that can't be a thing anymore. I'm fucking 36, and just, it's pointless to worry what other people think when you're trying to pursue something that you believe is the path that you need to be on. If they want to have some criticisms, or they want to fucking talk down to you or anything like that, then just let them. People are always going to be looking to tear you down to make themselves feel better. So it's just a unfortunate consequence that comes with the desire to do more with your life, because you feel you're destined for more. I am not going to I'm not going to let that hold me back anymore. Like I said, it's just been something that's crippled me my entire life. I had friends at one point that would criticize me, or anything else because they believed, this idea was stupid. Maybe they meant it, maybe they didn't. That's just sadly the way my anxiety has always worked. I always took things too personally. And, it's just at a point now where there's no time like now. You cannot hold back. You gotta do what you gotta do and pursue something better because, like I said, life is short. It's something I've definitely realized as the last 10 years have gone by that it will go by in the blink of a fucking eye. I've got to the point where, I have a fucking 5-year-old and almost a 2-year-old. My daughter's actually almost 6. It's just a few months away. And it's just like, when the hell did that happen? But, like I said, you can't let that kind of stuff hold you back. It's just a matter of you have to pursue more. But anyways, I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for the day, guys. I appreciate you listening, taking the time, because I know there's plenty of options out there for podcasts, especially the more popular stuff. But, any listens you can give is very helpful. And you can always keep up with me on Twitter at ALLeffedUpPod. You can listen to me on Spotify, on Amazon, on Google, I think still. Because I recently did switch up host sites, just trying something a little different. But anyways, like I said, thanks for listening. I'll catch you next time. Take care.